are there for our study. First chapter is Living World. What is the name of first chapter? Living World. In the chapter Living World, we already studied the types of living things, that is plants, animals and microorganisms called as living thing. What is meant by biology? Study of living thing called as biology. Living things are plants, animals and microorganisms on the world or in the world. Actually, study of plants called as botany. Study of animals called as zoology. Study of microorganisms called as microbiology. Thousands of branches of biology are present and studied by the scientists, professors and students. In the living world, we study all the topics about botany, zoology and microbiology. Then next, systematics of living organism. That means grouping, identification, nomenclature and grouping of the living organisms, that is called as systematics. The next chapter, Kingdom Planting. Kingdom Planting includes the study about the groups of plants or classes of plants or types of plants. Flowering plants, non-flowering plant, like that way, Halophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, Gymnosperm, Angiosperm. These are the types of plants we can study in the Kingdom Planting. Next, Kingdom Animalia includes all the types of study of all the types of animals, that means invertebrate and vertebrate. Vertebrates are also classified into Pisces, example all fishes, then amphibia, example frog, salamander, reptilia, third class, example snake, calotus, fourth class is owls, fifth class mammals. Tell me anyone example of mammal? Human being is the example of mammal, Sustan Pranats. Here, Kingdom Animalia includes all the types of higher animals. The next, cell structure and organization. Structure and function of cell can be studied in this chapter. What is meant by cell? It is basic structural and functional unit of living organism. Our body is formed from the basic unit called as cell peshi. Many cells coming together forming a tissue. Many tissues coming together forming organ. Many organs coming together forming organ system. Many organ systems coming together forming a body. Single body, then population is called as all the bodies coming together of same type called as population. Many populations with surrounding or environment called as community. Many communities are there and then it forms biosphere. This is the organization. Levels of organization we already studied. What is the minor or micro molecules present in this cell? Proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, minerals, vitamins are present inside the cell. What are the cell organelles? Nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, mitochondria, chloroplast presenting only animal plant cell. These are the cell organelles are formed from major and minor elements present inside the cell. Then next, biomolecules. Next chapter, biomolecules. Biomolecules includes carbohydrates, proteins, lipids and all other vitamins and elements. Then next, cell division. What is meant by cell division? Cell division, that means growth of each and every organism requires multiplication of cell. Multiplication of cell, that means division of cell. Division of cell divisions are of two types, mitosis and meiosis. We can study in this chapter. Then next, plant tissue and anatomy. What is meant by plant tissue? In the human being, each and every organ is made up of tissue. Like that way, in the plants also, roots, stem, leaves, branches and flowers are made up of different tissue. Flower, each flower consists floral orals also made up of different type of tissue. That means calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. These are the parts of flower made up of different types of tissues. Here, Body of human being made up of tissue, or body of each and every higher animals made up of different types of tissue. Like that way, body of plant also made up of, yes, here we can see root, stem, leaves, flower. Is it clear to you? Already here, John Gregor Mendel, that is the father of genetics, and Charles Darwin is the father of evolution, shows that there are thousands of years are required for the evolution, and in the process of evolution, plants, animals are developed and evolved, and they consist different organs which are made up of different tissues. We can study these plant tissues and their anatomy. Anatomy means internal structure of body organs or histology of body organs or tissue. That is the anatomy. Then next, ninth chapter, morphology of flowering plant. Morphology, external structure of flower bearing plants. What is meant by flowering plants? Tell me the example of flowering plant. Hibiscus, rose, jasmine. These are the example of flowering plant. फुलं येणाऱ्या वनस्पतींना आपण फ्लोरिंग प्लांट म्हणतो. सपुष्प वनस्पती. अपुष्प फुलं न येणाऱ्या. जसं फर्न example. Next chapter, animal tissue. Animal tissue consists connective tissue, areolar tissue, simple epithelial tissue, complex epithelial tissue. In the plant, xylem and phloem. These are the types of tissue. Here we can study in the animal tissue. We can study connective tissue as well as adipose tissue. In the human body, many types of tissues are there. Tissues means what? Many cells coming together, having similar structure and similar function called as tissue. Cells coming together for performing special type of function called as tissue. In the human body, tissue perform different function. For example, our respiratory system. What is the function of respiratory system? Intake of air, that means O2, and output of CO2. That function is performed by the respiratory system. Respiratory system is made up of tissues of nose, trachea, lungs, like that. Another example, circulatory system. Circulatory system consists which organs? Heart, blood vessels, and heart is made up of special type of tissues. That tissue cannot stop. They work continuously from birth up to the death. Is it clear to you? No other machine in the world can work like a human heart. Therefore, human heart is most efficient working machine. They work continuously. तुमच्यापैकी कोणाचा हार्ट विश्रांती घेतं का कधी रात्री झोपल्यावर वगैरे? स्टॉप होतं का? Is any one of you? No. Heart stop झालं की सर्व stop. These are the special types of animal tissue. Then next, photosynthesis. Next chapter, photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. With the help of CO2, H2O, sunlight and chloroplast, green plant produces their own food. That process is called as photosynthesis. Photo means sunlight, synthesis means creation. सूर्यप्रकाशाच्या मदतीनं हिरव्या वनस्पती स्वतःचं अन्न स्वतः तयार करतात. त्या प्रक्रियेला काय म्हणायचं? फोटोसिंथेसिस. काय म्हणायचं? फोटोसिंथेसिस. Photosynthesis requires CO2, H2O, sunlight and chloroplast. Chloroplast present in the all green plants. Is it clear to you? Then next chapter, process of photosynthesis shows dark reaction, light reaction. आपण ते त्यावेळेला बघणार आहोत in detail. 13th chapter, respiration and energy transfer. What is meant by respiration? प्रकाश संश्लेषणामध्ये तयार झालेली ऊर्जा कोणत्या प्रक्रियेद्वारे तयार झालेलं अन्न प्रकाश संश्लेषणामध्ये कार्बोहायड्रेट किंवा फूड मटेरियल जे तयार होतं त्याचं ब्रेकडाऊन ह्या प्रक्रियेमध्ये होतं रेस्पिरेशन. आपल्याला श्वसन म्हणजे काय माहितीये? बाहेरची हवा आत घेणं, फुफ्फुसातली जी कार्बन डायऑक्साईड युक्त हवा आहे ती बाहेर टाकणं. पण पेशीच्या लेवलवरती जे श्वसन होतं त्याच्यामध्ये वनस्पतीने तयार केलेलं अन्न जे आपण खातो, जे प्राणी येते त्या अन्नापासून ऊर्जा तयार होते. राईट. Look here, process is like that way. Blood vessels, ग्लुकोज म्हणजे फूड मटेरियल डायजेस्ट केलेलं प्लस ऑक्सिजन घेऊन येतं, पेशीमध्ये ते एंटर होतं. पेशीमधल्या मायटोकॉन्ड्रियामध्ये फूड किंवा ग्लुकोज बेसिक युनिट आहे ते ब्रेकडाऊन होतं ऑक्सिजनच्या सहाय्याने आणि एटीपी तयार होते. एटीपी इज द एनर्जी करन्सी ऑफ सेल. ऊर्जा तयार होते. ती ऊर्जा each and every purpose साठी वापरली जाते. For talking, for thinking, for walking, for jumping, for running, for swimming. Each and every activity requires ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and that ATP is produced from the food material by breaking the food material with the help of oxygen. If there is a no oxygen, there is a no breakdown, no oxidation, and there is a no energy. Therefore, oxygen is required to produce energy inside the cell, and that oxygen and food material carried towards the cell with the help of these blood vessels. Blood vessel plays important role. Then respiration and energy transfer. Next, human nutrition. 14th chapter. Manavi portion. Human nutrition. This chapter explains about nutritional values of food, balanced diet, components of balanced diet, that means carbohydrate, proteins, lipids, vitamins, minerals, water, refuges. These are the components of balanced diet, and nutritional values of that diet as well as digestive system. Digestive system of human being shows mouth, buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, anus, and associated digestive glands. Which are these glands? Salivary glands in the mouth, as well as liver, largest gland in our body. Liver, मराठीमध्ये काळीज किंवा यकृत म्हणतात, आणि पॅनक्रियाज, ह्या सहाय्य करणाऱ्या ग्रंथी पचन संस्थेला, ते आपण ह्याच्यामध्ये बघणार. नेक्स्ट चॅप्टर 15th चॅप्टर एक्सक्रीशन अँड ऑस्मोरेग्युलेशन. उत्सर्जन आणि पाणी आणि क्षार यांचा समतोल. Why there is a requirement of excretion? Excretion means unwanted waste material produced inside the body is expelled outside. बाहेर काढून टाकलं त्याला एक्सक्रीशन म्हणतात. किंवा अनवॉन्टेड हार्मफुल हानिकारक मेटाबॉलिझम मध्ये तयार झालेले नायट्रोजनस वेस्ट, ज्याच्यामध्ये युरिया, युरिक ऍसिड लघवीमध्ये बाहेर टाकलं जातं. कार्बन डायऑक्साईड जो तयार होतो पेशीमध्ये, तो रक्तातून फुफ्फुसातून बाहेर टाकला तो उच्छ्वासाद्वारे, बरोबर. रक्तातील अजून काही हार्मफुल किंवा हानिकारक घटक घामावाटे बाहेर टाकले जातात. लघवी वाटे, घामा वाटे, अनडायजेस्टेड फिकल मॅटरद्वारे नको असलेले शरीरातील पदार्थ बाहेर टाइम टू टाइम नाही टाकले तर शरीरात ते हानी पोहोचवतात. म्हणून एक्सक्रीशन गरजेचे आहे. व्हॉट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ एक्सक्रीशन? सेपरेशन, कलेक्शन अँड एलिमिनेशन ऑफ unwanted harmful substances from the body is called as excretion. And what is meant by osmoregulation? Osmo means what? Water and salt balance. Salt NaCl, water H2. H2 and NaCl balance. That is the osmoregulation. Okay? That is maintained. Our body fluids should be in a proper condition or proper concentration. That is the osmoregulation. Then last chapter, skeleton and movement. What is the skeleton? Our framework of the bone, made up of bones, called as skeleton, and movement. Movement is possible only due to human body skeleton and muscles. Okay. What is meant by skeleton? Skeleton is the supportive framework of the bones. What is the function of skeleton? Gives support, gives definite shape, produce RBC, WBC inside the bone marrow, gives or helps in the movement or locomotion. Skeleton provides surface area for the attachment of muscles, and skeleton is the storehouse of calcium and phosphorus. These all functions, and most important function of skeleton is the protection. What is the most important function? Protection of important organs like brain, inside the thoracic cage, heart, lung, liver are protected inside the thoracic cage. Our sockets of the eye protect the eyes. Cranium, brain box protect the brain. Protection is the most important function of skeleton, and also helps in the movement, bodily movement from one place to another place, locomotion. This is all about the